in conference play for both of these teams. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, they are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a good start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Hurricanes ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Stopped right there.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Turns it upfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He gets a block. Pushed out of bounds at the 41, but not before he pulls off a terrific return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's changing the play. Moves the pocket. It's Levin. Right side, it's Brown. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Handoff, Durham running left. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Got enough for the first down. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse,
going deep. Makes a catch at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Fires left. Oh, and he just dropped it. So close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. The extra point here would tie the game. and they did tack on the extra point. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
That Miami offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Handoff for Brown.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's nickel. Got his man. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as his offense continues to roll.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Right at the line. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Lofton. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
He's past the marker. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Sets his feet, it's Levin. Out wide left, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. At the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good. From inside his own 15. Let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Second down, gonna throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Going to the run, it's Daniels. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. The defenses have some work to do to slow down these high-powered attacks as we start the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback will keep it. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Looking for the edge. Pulls it and runs it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yep.
All by himself down the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Canes. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now, the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Finds a crease, it's Daniels. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
To the air, it's Levin. Unloads to the right. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Daniels. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Touchdown LSU! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Setting up the screen. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pringle. And he scores! Touchdown Hurricanes!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
To throw, it's Levitt. Showing the arm strength to the left. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Pringle. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pass on 2nd down. Left side is Gilbert. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll run it on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Sets his feet. It's nickel. Right side, it's Pringle. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Second down, going to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Fresh set of downs going up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the timing just a hair off.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Looking to pass. It's Levin. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Goes high to pull it in. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. There he goes! He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Complete out left to Wilson. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Gonna take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 1 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Wolverines, setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the ACC.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Sends it back in motion. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Well, that's new. If you want to give the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It stunk. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
Where did he go? Trying to punch it in. Nowhere to go.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hits inside. It's Pringle. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Nickel. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll give it on the counter. Got some room headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll send the back in motion. Headed for the corner on the jet sweep. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Levin. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of this drive. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's got him this time. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. A give to Brown. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the counter. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Defense in press coverage. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. The way these two teams are putting up numbers, all kinds of time left as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Drops back on first down. Throwing right. It's complete. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Run in the red zone, it's Pringle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And now it's a one-possession game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the return, it's Wilson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Running right, it's Durham. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff, Durham running left. At midfield, he's got room. Maybe a crease. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Tigers have this offense rolling. On first down, it's Durham again. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to run, it's Daniels. Touchdown, Tigers! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel
aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, Dave. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tiger. Took it all the way back to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pringle. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It's always interesting how people handle late games. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
2nd and long here. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Keeps it himself. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to...
And, guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken... And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now, let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. Got a lot of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Out wide right, it's Brown.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Jacobs. Timeout is called, clock stops, 13 seconds to go in the game. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage, what do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Right side, it's Pringle. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go, ready. Red 4, let's go.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on second down. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.